We'll talk about that.
It's quite poor. Hello and welcome to this channel. My name is Ian. This channel is all about music and art, and I run a record label and an online music business called Sinners Music. And this video is one of our music retail videos, and it's a warning to anybody wanting to deal with a company called OnBuy. Now, if you don't know who OnBuy are, they are a UK-based online selling site run by a guy called Kaz Patton. And we liked the fact that OnBuy were a British company. So OnBuy launched in 2016 and we were asked to join the site at the start, which is exactly what we did do. OnBuy had a bit of a false start, so we were very cautious at the beginning and we only put a few items up for sale to see what would happen. And nothing happened really. There were no sales at that time, but it didn't cost us anything, so we just suspended our account after a few months and decided to leave it until all of the kinks were ironed out. So we left it until March 2021 when we restarted the account. Now, the way OnBuy worked until March 2023 was that there was a £22.80 shop charge per month, which was £19 plus VAT. And this fee was waived unless you sold over £500 worth of goods per month, which suited us fine because we were selling nowhere near £500 worth of goods with them. There are a few irritating elements of working with OnBuy. One was that you always needed a UPC or an EAN code to sell an item on their site. Now, these are unique barcodes that items have. So if we were selling an old item, something that was before UPCs were available, or it was a handmade item, you couldn't sell it without getting an identifying barcode. So we didn't bother putting those types of items up for sale. The check-in process on the account was annoyingly irritating. It really was. You have to send them bank statements and other documents to prove you are in business. Now, you would have thought that our VAT number and our company's house number were enough, but no, that's not the OnBuy way. And the third point is that whenever there's a problem or an issue, like we had to change the address on the account at one point, or the account validation really, you can't talk to a real person. You have to raise what's called a support ticket and wait for a reply. They don't email a response to you, so you have to keep going into the OnBuy website and checking that your support ticket, whether it's been answered or not, which I have to say was a massive pain really. And more about the support ticket issue as we go on. Anyway, we started selling with OnBuy midway through 2021 and the sales have been small. We had 26 sales from November 2021 up until the 12th of April 2023, with a total retail sales value of just over £1,000, £1,036.34, which breaks down to £57 per month in retail sales. Now, most of our sales were between £10 and £30, although we did have one large sale of £358. And if you take that one sale out of the equation, all of our other sales amounted to £651 for the 18 months that we were selling with them. That breaks down to £36.17 a month. And had we been paying the £22.80 a month, you can see that it isn't worth selling on OnBuy when you've only got £33 worth of sales on average per month. Come March 2023, everything changed. Payments had always been through PayPal. So when we sold an item, once it was dispatched, the money from PayPal would be in our PayPal account within a couple of days. OnBuy decided to start their own payment system, which again became a bit of a pain. So all sellers had to go through the bank account verification system again, by sending them bank statements, etc, etc, etc. And we were getting conflicting messages back from them. One message said the account was verified, and a week later another message said the account was suspended because they couldn't, and they did suspend the account because they couldn't verify our bank details. The whole thing was a complete and utter mess, and doesn't bode well for OnBuy, to be fair. Anyway, eventually everything got sorted out by me resending them documents time and time again and all that sort of business. Anyway, and our small sales started through again, and then I suddenly received an invoice for £22.80 for the monthly fee of March 2023. So I raised a support ticket about this and was told that now that we have officially made the switch to our new terms and conditions, and our new terms and conditions are in effect, this includes the end of the subscription waiver for those who sell less than £500 in a calendar month. So, regardless of how many sales you have with OnBuy, you're going to get charged £22 a month, regardless. So, and OnBuy hadn't made that clear in any of the documentation on their new terms and conditions. So we've paid for the month up until the 12th of May, and I decided to close the account on the 11th of May. But I did ask them how to close the account because their instructions on their website, as a lot of the stuff is, made absolutely no sense. So anyway, on the 14th of April, OnBuy decided to, with immediate effect, close my account for me. And so, but not allowing me to sell goods, that made us forfeit the rest of the month that we paid for. Now, to some extent, I can deal with that because the sooner I'm finished with OnBuy, the better as far as I'm concerned. But I was still concerned about the £93 that they owed us for 2 sales that we'd done through March and early April. So we're still on for those completed sales, and as of today we have a pending payment of £33.50, which should be paid on the 28th of April. I'll let you know in the comments down below if that actually happens. And they are also withholding another £59.88, but they don't say why they are withholding that money, and they haven't responded to my last 2 support tickets. So hey ho, no surprises there. My main reason for telling you the story is a caution one, really, to be very wary if you're interested in selling or maybe buying with OnBuy. I don't like the way that this company do their business. And in my experience, sales have been ridiculously poor compared to, say, Amazon or eBay. I mean, just to give you a comparison, we sell over £1,000 a month, every month, on eBay, and we are happy with eBay's service and support. And if we've got a real issue, which we've had over the years that we've been dealing with them, we've been doing it for over 10 years, you can actually talk to somebody on the end of the phone. They have a sort of callback system where you email them and let them know you want to talk to the person, and then they ring you, and it works really, really well. So my advice is, don't deal with OnBuy. They are withholding these payments for what we can see is no reason, and it is impossible to talk to anybody. So please beware. So I hope this video has been useful, and if you do like it, a thumbs up is always much appreciated. And if you'd like to subscribe, I will say thank you. And I'll see you in the next video. So cheers now. Thanks very much. Bye bye.